I'm only speaking to benevolent beings. So I think I know what the answer is. They spend a lot of time forcibly trying to regress humanity, regress universal laws and universal law correction here. They spend a lot of time trying to obstruct evolution. They spend a lot of time trying to alter and change the frequencies and vibrations of the beings here. They try to obstruct the beings here from feeling and receiving the true frequencies and vibrations of the organic energetic field and the organic universal field. Now, whether there is some kind of a consciousness, intelligence, and or awareness, and those are used loosely and in quotes, operating this universe, or it is a place in where beings emerge that perhaps is not governed or run by any entity or consciousness, intelligence, and or awareness, which I find that very I find that a stretch or challenging to think that that's accurate. So regardless of whichever one that it is, there is an organic universal field. And I have felt that field before, as I'm sure some of you most likely have, as well as the organic energetic field of this place, which are totally different frequencies and vibrations than what's being pumped out by the artificial frequency fence that surrounds this place. And they're doing that to keep beings or obstruct beings from feeling the organic, frequencies and vibrations. At this time, this civilization is in its evolution climax time frame. And this is the time where they are using the most technology and the most abhorrent and vile tactics and methods to try and obstruct beings from evolving. So, knowing that, I have come to a conclusion or an answer. And maybe it's worth contemplating or thinking about. So, the answer is we blow the fucking fence. Now, the challenge is, first off, we have to, it would be great if we could do it as a group. But if we're doing it individually, you have to basically manufacture your own feelings and emotions and epiphanies and ecstatic visions. Whereas normally one would be receiving the true frequencies and vibrations coming from the organic energetic field and the organic universal field. And that would not be hard. That would not be a challenge. We would just simply be receiving. And then responding. So because of all the technological interference and obstruction, we have to manually do it. And obviously with what the parasites force, that's a challenge. But I think that is the answer. So to elaborate, it's a matter of basically becoming super excited and super happy and doing your own envisioning and triggering of like epiphanies or ecstatic visions of evolving, getting out of here, being able to leave here, breaking free, being free. And what that would feel like. And what that would be like. And all the things that go along with what should be an organic process without obstruction and impediment and forced harm. To be basically manually creating those emotions, those thoughts, and feelings that would normally be, that we would have organically in response to the organic energetic field and universal field. So like I said, it would be great if we could do it as a group. If not, if we're doing it individually. Here's the thing, is they do use the tech to try and forcibly regress, especially when there is a percentage of beings holding a specific frequency and vibration. That would organically blow out the fence. They try to come in and interfere with the beings to try and obstruct them from feeling those, the reception, or, you know, what the organic energetic field and universal field is sending out. So they're trying to obstruct that. So then it becomes, we have to manually create those within ourselves and then be able to hold those. That's the challenging part. To be able to hold them long enough to blow the fence. To fry it. Like a surge. A surge of massive high frequencies and vibrations for a sustained certain amount of time, to surge it out, to blow it out. So I guess what I'm proposing is if there are benevolent beings out there listening to this and what I've stated is in alignment with what you know and feel to be true, then maybe it's worth contemplating and thinking on, and then trying to actually put it into practice. I'm sure you've all heard of like a prayer group, and I'm sure that you know what can be accomplished with a prayer group. So not necessarily, I'm not really necessarily proposing a prayer group, but possibly a group of beings that are, doing kind of like their own thing individually, and yet the goal is the same. And it does holding those, being able to reach those true high frequencies and vibrations, feelings and emotions and thoughts, does require belief. So it would, it would be really sitting with oneself and beginning to really manually create those feelings and emotions and thoughts that should be organic, but thinking about what it would be like to leave here, what it would be like to evolve, what it would be like to be absolutely, totally free, to be doing your own thing, to be learning and growing and coming into your own being, and existing in higher frequencies and vibrations on a permanent basis, and being able to do things that you've probably never done before. Activating belief in knowing that you will be activating your abilities, your psychic abilities, skills, gifts, being able to do things like manifest extremely quickly, levitate and or fly, being able to leave this place at will, and all, whatever you think is entailed in evolution that might be worth contemplating and thinking on and getting excited about, and really dreaming big and believing in it and that you can actually manifest that. That we can blow the fence, that we can search it out, that we can, it's more so that it is just time. It's just what time it is. And there are parasitic entities they shouldn't, number one, shouldn't even be here. Trying to force things that they shouldn't be trying to force. Interfering and obstructing when they should not be. And that they are in massive violation of all universal laws, and it must stop. And that parasites do not belong here. And that they are not allowed to be doing any of that. And to think of all the souls that they've harmed, especially in prior timelines and civilizations. Like there's some things in there that might be motivators. That it's really believe that it's time. That we have to do something. That it's time for them to go. To be removed. It's time for us to evolve. It's time for this abhorrent, vile shit show to fucking stop. It's time for all the forced harm and trauma to stop. It is a time for healing. And it's just what time it is. So maybe there's some way we could maybe organize like a certain day of the month, right? Like maybe I could propose a day in the month, or maybe once a week. And on that day, you find time to be in your space to where you are dedicating a certain amount of time, intent, and focus to imagining and creating and believing and thinking and feeling on all everything having to do with evolution. And be directing that to outside of this place. Like overriding the frequency fence, sending it directly, like envisioning sending it directly to like the universal field itself, or universal laws, what you perceive to be universal laws, however it is that you imagine or think about those things. And we either if this universe is run by some kind of an intelligence and or awareness and or consciousness, and that is has been complicit, is in any way psychotic and or parasitic, or both, well, really both, that we're forcing its hand. We're forcing the universe itself to respond in kind. to what we are sending out and radiating out. So it has no choice but to return the reciprocal frequencies and vibrations and energies that we send out. Or we just do what we do, and universal laws in the universal field automatically reciprocate. And we blow the fence. We surge it out. And once that's done, any malevolence here will be fully exposed to universal laws. Without obstruction, impediment, or any kind of technological or artificial frequency barrier, they will burn where they stand. And as I've stated before, you are going to see some things you've never seen at a speed you do not recognize. So maybe there are things there that are worth contemplating and thinking about. And I think that's what the answer is. And you're welcome to leave comments or thoughts, or share your thoughts or perceptions if you'd like. And we have to do something. We have to. All right. Take care and stay strong. Until next time. And know that you are powerful beings